Georgia Bulldogs, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Ducks offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. They've gotten deep into the conference race, sitting on top of the standings right now. That conference championship game is starting to loom large.
It is, and there's so much at stake, right? Like knowing in the 12-team playoff that I have a chance to get a bye, right? If I can win my conference. So a lot at stake. They've done really well. They're at the top of the leaderboard right now, Palmer, but a little bit of the season still left.
Yeah, you got to focus on today. We're at that time of season where all of us love talking about what's coming up and predicting who that conference championship game is going to be. Can they go to the playoff? It all doesn't matter if you don't win this game today, so you've got to be focused here. This is a massive game.
The give on the inside. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Moore will throw. Finds the tight end. Makes the stop at the 49. Give him 5 yards on the play and a first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
And the Ducks are rolling down the field. They'll run it from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Makes the grab on the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
All right, I know it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Austin. Unloads to the right. That's caught. It's Branch. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Georgia lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Moore to the air. Fires to the tight end. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Ducks send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And the roar is reverberating throughout this stadium as the defense has them pinned deep. That's caught. It's Branch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Got room to work. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Finds his tight end. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice game. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this right down the gut of the field. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Wants to fire on second down. With the catch, it's low. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
He's in open space downfield. Picks up the first down, still moving. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Moore will throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see.
Turning it on! Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Using his legs, it's Whittington. Got enough for the first down. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Right back to the well. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And that guy is just a man. I mean, he sets the tone in this defense, and you saw it on that play right there. Reminds me a lot of the guy standing beside me, David Pollock, who really set the bar for great D-line play at Georgia. I think back to two guys I played against, Richard Seymour and Marcus Stroud, lining up beside each other on the inside of that D-line. That was an absolute nightmare to go up against.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the right.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Run in the red zone, it's Whittington. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Now on the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And they tacked on the extra point. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the returner is stopped. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. They're working that left side. He's loose. And that tackle almost certainly saved the touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. They used the jump play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They're going to run it.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They give it to him again. Fights off a defender. And runs through another one. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. And the Dogs had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. To throw, it's Stockton. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. Now, the offense is in an interesting situation.
Oh, he missed it. No good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
That's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Safe completion on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. A designed run for the quarterback. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has it with really good field position. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bell. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. The Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed behind the line. It's Thomas. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. To the air, it's Stockton. He's got it on the run. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Syracuse. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on first down. The throw. Finds his man. It's Whittington. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Stewart. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some...
Intercepted, a first half turnover to swing momentum. And they get the takeaway and... from going up just before the end of the half.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Georgia sends out the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Moore will throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant.
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Johnson. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Hughes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking for room, it's Hughes. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
That is a really good-looking throw. You think about the expectation level now for quarterbacks at Georgia. Matthew Stafford was the #1 pick overall. Stetson Bennett won 2 national championships. Imagine the pressure on this guy. When you see throws like that, he makes you believe that he can step up and lead this team to yet another natty.
Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and keep him up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Back to throw, it's Stockton. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The short hands, it's Moore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Oh, he's got some space. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Here's the pressure. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollack, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-timer.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Let's see what they've got on second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore to the air. Got the quick pass. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They boot it away. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. They'll start this drive firing. Got a man, it's Williams. Makes the tackle at the 22, but it's a 15-yard gain, and now they're in business.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Grab behind the line. It's Branch. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
That's reeled in. It's Bell. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Got a man. It's Frazier. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. And the Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. It's on target and complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Georgia sends out the punt team. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Gonna run it. It's Hughes. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Ducks with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly out to the tight end. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella tight end.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. The give to the tailback. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on second down. Moore will throw. Unloads it left. It's complete. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Love the play by the wide receiver because he didn't get lazy. He adjusted his route accordingly, so the depth got past the first down marker, and now he's helping out his offense keep the drive alive.
Leaves it with the back. Fighting off the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take it.
Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on first and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run and get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
They'll move the tight end. Quarterback making checks. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Oregon! And they've moved out front here on the fourth. Getting set for the point after. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Texas Tech is showing little remorse for its opponent today. Feels like ever since they arrived at the stadium, that Red Raiders offense has been a buzzsaw. They're up by 17 over Syracuse. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Men?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be champ.
Breaks into the open. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia lining up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll take it on the return. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Benson. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
They're getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Moore to the air. The quick out. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly on the move. Brings it down on the right side. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the 4th quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bell.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Looking to fire. Fires it incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. And you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Moore will throw. Caught over the middle. It's Moore. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. Here comes the offense on first down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Fires to the wideout. Can't make the play on the interception. And, man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Quick completion on the out. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. Moore to the air. Looking for the goal line. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on second and goal. Wants to go up top. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. They They built a comfortable lead and tried to hang on for a Week 13 victory.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Still on his feet.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Georgia, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by?